Hi everyone. I said I was going to make a video. I am just looking very rough today. Let's just put it that way. So I'm not going to scare people. So we'll just show kind of my outside setup that I have. Let me show you really quick. I love this carpet. Don't you just love this carpet? It is gorgeous. This is where I have some of my oils that are already made up. There's some of my bottle lamps that I sell. Here's some of my incense sticks that I sell. There's a sage and some Palomino sticks. Here's some more of my ready-made oils that I sell. And I sell those just for $1. It's because I like to recycle. Here are some of my oils here and some of my herbal soaps. Just kind of a look of how I have this set up in the garage until I get the store up and running. Here's my little table that I have with all my crystals on there. So you see that I do sell my crystals. This one here is a very good stone. Ooh, I can feel it vibrating. I sell this for $10, guys. I'm not going to sell this for $30, $50 to someone. It's ridiculous. Not when I know how much it actually cost. Here's some of my little business cards if you've never seen it. For the crystals and the jewelry, I will sell those through my Facebook page, Jackie's Crystals and More, and I will mail. It would be a little bit harder with the ready-made oils, unless you really would like me to try to mail you one. And then, of course, I have my herbs that I make up that are not out here because I don't leave them in the garage. But I do make an herbal mix, a few different ones. Here's some of the ingredients. I wrote them down. As you can see here, I wrote down the ingredients to what I put in my herbal mix. I do sell those. All right, so let me get to talking to what I really wanted to talk about. And I am outside, like I said, so there's probably going to be a lot of noises out here. I want to get back to the spiritual side of things. And the reason I want to do that is because people are getting more and more focused on the political. And even though the political is a very thin layer of what is actually going on, it's not the whole picture. Period. There are very bad forces that are controlling a lot of decisions that people make. And I honestly believe that a lot of these people enjoy the decisions that they're making. I think they get a taste for it and they're thinking, yeah, this is cool. I can do this. This is great. Or whatever it is. Some people get blackmailed and they feel like now they have to do it. They have no choice. That's sad. It's really sad. I really want to put this. Let me see. Let me get this thing over here. I'm going to move one more time, and I promise I will quit shaking. I promise, I promise, I promise. Unfortunately, like I said, people put themselves in these positions, and they have no way out, which is extremely sad. I wonder if this would be, try to find something that looks pleasant. Let's just do it like, now let's just look at that beautiful calming stone. How's that? Okay. Maybe that'll give some good vibrations to you. I'm trying to think how to say this because I know so many things are trying to stop people from getting the truth. So I'm just going to go into it. All right. In your brain, you have the gland. You can call it the, if I say it right, yeah, I do have a slight speech problem, the pineal gland or your God gland, however you want to call it. And it's a very important gland. We already know the brain is very important, but this gland is very important. And a lot of your intuition, a lot of your psychic abilities, being able to see God, feel God. It's even if it gets dirty with the fluoride and stuff, which I've stressed to people many times not to use fluoride, it gets a coat on it. It can cause Alzheimer's, dementia. So there's a lot of things that are important with this gland. And people even back as far as Egyptians and farther knew about this gland. That's why they drew pictures on it. That's why they have the seeing eye, and they put the eye in the middle of the forehead. They've talked about it like in Greek mythology, just showed like creatures with just one eyeball, but it seemed to be in the middle of his head. There's a lot to this gland. And I honestly believe that because there's so much to this gland, that it can be a gateway, period. I don't know why I just said period. Sorry, I thought I'm typing. Now, what a gateway is where energy can come in and out. We have several. You have the Ouija board, for example. The Ouija board allows you to open up a gateway wherever you are and allow forces through. Spirits, demons, ghosts, whatever you want to call it. It allows these things to come through. And when they come through, they will inhabit your body, which is a possession. Whether or not you allow it or not, when you mess with these types of things, this is what you're asking for. This is why I've stressed to people, don't mess with the Ouija board. They may look fun, they may look cool, but the people that created this and decided to sell it knew exactly what they were doing. All right? Don't think it was an accident. Don't think that they didn't realize. They didn't know. They did know. So stop thinking they didn't know. They did. And if they didn't know, they have to know by now. So why do they still sell it? Questions. I think my duck's coming to visit. I hear her. Is that you, Quack Quack? I don't know if you can hear her. So let's just state the obvious on that one. They know. So the Ouija board is a gateway. It's a gateway that you can open in your home, in your car, friend's house, in a park, anywhere. So it's not a good gateway. So we're not going to mess with Ouija boards. And if you have messed with the Ouija board, my understanding is if nothing happened to you immediately, it takes time. And sometimes it can take a lot of time. I hear my phone ringing. And there's my duck. I don't know if you can see her. Hold on. I'm going to move it so you can see her coming. See her? You hear my phone ringing too. See her? That's my Quack Quack. I love that duck. She is so spunky. Look at her. She's coming to visit me. She loves me. What are you doing, girl? Hold on. Everybody's going to want to meet you. This is Quack Quack. See? And she just precious. Love animals. Gotta love them. So anyway, another way that you can open up a portal without realizing it is that you can actually sing a song, which is probably written as a chant, or maybe it was, I don't want to use the word blessed, or maybe it was hexed as an evil chant. And you sing these things and you play this music, and maybe you're not realizing that you're opening up a portal. All right? People do sacrifices, do very bad things on land. And then that land can become, I don't want to use the word possessed, but the land is not good. So let's say that you build a house on it. Well, now your house is going to have poltergeist. All right, let me see who that is calling. Move. Move. Okay, sorry. Ow, cat. Sorry. I have to bring my phone in here. I had it in the car charging, and it just keeps ringing. Oh, it'll ring back. Okay, so anyway, God, this is like the worst video ever, and I apologize. All right, so we know if the land is cursed, that could be a portal, and then you just have different spots on this planet that have portals that different things can come through. I honestly believe that your gland is a portal as well. So if you understand that, if it can make sense to you, and just kind of bear with me on this, and it will. All right, now we know that these vaccinations that they do, and we're even going to go back as far as the Black Plague. Do you know 100 years ago, around this time, the Black Plague? Then, well, not 100 years ago. Let's go maybe 200, 300, 400 years ago, around this time. Then you go back 100 years, you had the Spanish flu plague that was out. And now you have this one. I don't believe in coincidences at all. It's not, ooh, that's kind of cool. No, it's not cool. This is not good, people. What they do, these people that work with your darker forces, believe that they're better than us. And that when there are too many people on this planet, they feel like we take away from them. So they have to control our population. And the best way to control the population is to knock off the population. And the easiest way, it seems, to knock off the population is to poison a population. And there goes my phone. So let me pause it. Okay, sorry about that. Had to pause and get that phone call. It was actually my son calling me, and he kept calling me. He gets worried about me if I don't answer the phone. So like I was saying with the gland, that I believe that it is a that it could be a portal, because we know that this is where you get all of your intuition and your psychic abilities and stuff all come from the gland. So if they're putting all this stuff into the vaccination, what are they actually doing? What is going on in the body? And I want more people to kind of understand that when we think these people are evil, I think they're a lot more evil than even I imagine. And I've been digging into stuff for an extremely long time. And I don't wish any ill will on anyone. There's plenty of people I don't like. There's plenty of people I think deserve not to be on this planet anymore from all the hateful and evil things that they've done. But I don't generally just, wish evilness on people. I want people to be happy. I want people to quit trying to make other people unhappy. I would like to see everybody live the life that they're supposed to live and be in harmony with this planet, period. But that doesn't mean that I think that millions of people should perish because of the planet, because I'm only seeing a small part of what everything is. And I believe in a balance of nature, and I believe that God oversees everything, and when God says it's time for you to come home, you come home. I just believe that, and I don't believe that any hocus pocus and implants and fake body parts is going to stop. If God really wants you to come home, you're going to come home. I mean, if He really wants you to come home, and you've put fake body parts trying to extend your life, I mean, chances are He's like, okay, I've had enough. He'll just have you run over by a steamroller. I mean, that's just the way I look at it, and that's terrible to say, but I mean, that's just what I think. When it's really time for you to come home, you're going to come home, no matter what you try to do to prevent it, period. And why would anybody want to stay here? I mean, I understand you make connections and you love people, you love your children. I love my children. My children don't live with me right now, so I just have the animals, and as you heard my duck, I have the wild animals that come visit for me, and I would hate to leave knowing that no one's here looking for them. But if God really needs me to come home, then it's my job to come home and do as God's will. We are only put here to learn and to educate and wake other people up, so they're continuously learning. This is what we do. We learn and we grow. So for people to think that they're better than someone else and to purposely make things to eliminate a population so there's more room for them or more resources for them is a lot more evil than I think people can actually understand. And it's actually scary. And I was talking to my son, telling him, where I was going right now, doing another deep dive. And he says, Mama, you go places that sound so crazy. He says, every time I talk to you, it's something, he says, it's unbelievable. He says, I can't even fathom it. And there are plenty of people that can't accept it. But my whole life, I've seen things, I've experienced things, so I know there's something else out there. So I guess this is why God has chosen me to do what I do. Now, He's chosen other people to do what they do, but I believe that this is why He compels me to look into these things, because I've had things move, like I've put something down and turned my back and it moved somewhere else. I've seen things fly off a wall. I'm driving down the road, right? I'm driving down the road in my car and it's raining and my sunroof open. And you'll say, well, that could be like electrical, Jackie, because it runs electrical. The little slidey thing that's in your car that you slide back with your hand is not electrical. I watched that slide back. I watched it. And then as I'm watching that slide all the way back, I watched my sunroof open up. And I was like, okay, this is not the first time that had happened to me. That is like the third time. Now, the little plastic thing, which I can get in my car and show you, it is, you have to use your hand. You can open the window manually all you want, but that little plastic thing that's in your car, that has to be manual. You have to slide that yourself. The window will only go up so far if you don't slide the plastic thing back. And then it, that's it. But that plastic thing, you use your hand. There's no mechanical to it. It's just a piece of plastic that has a little place where you put your fingers and you push it back. I watched that slide back. It was like 3-something in the morning in Gulfport, Mississippi on Highway 49. I wasn't anywhere in particular, nowhere special, not out on Bob's Road. And I watched it. And I said, stop it. Now, whether or not it was a family member that's passed or someone that just hangs out in that particular spot or God Himself, I don't know. But I didn't think it was too funny because it was raining. And the last time it happened to me, it was raining. Does Jackie believe in coincidences? No, I don't believe in coincidences. It was because it wanted to get my attention. So this is what I'm saying. So I've experienced these things myself. No, my car is not possessed. I've experienced these things myself. So this is why I'm able to research this stuff and have an open mind and try my hardest to explain it to you where it doesn't sound like I'm crazy, that I'm making things up, that I'm on drugs, that I'm just trying to get attention, because that's just clearly not what's going on here. I've experienced too much stuff. I know too many things. And I'm telling you that you need to watch these videos that people are posting about their newborn babies that they've just had, and listen to these women, the mothers, tell you themselves that something is not right with their baby. And the more you hear different women tell you themselves that their baby, it's different, it doesn't seem human, the more you need to pay attention and start digging to what are they actually injecting in people, and why are they having fits that they can't get it into everyone. So that bothered me. So I pondered on that. And when I say ponder, it's not like meditation. I just kind of sit back and I let my mind clear itself, and then I let the answers come to me. And that's how God speaks to me. Now, sometimes I do hear a voice, and then sometimes the ideas just pop in my head, or the places I need to go to do the research. So I do that. And it has to do with certain people's blood and their DNA. So I thought, okay, is this why they pushed the 23andMe and the Ancestry.com doing your DNA test. So they would have all the information. It's starting to get dark. Let me move this over here. Ancestry.com. So they would have all the information about different people's bodies. So they would know what people already have, their genetic makeup, their blood type, because you know the RN negative. There's a lot to that. Some people say that that is technically like alien DNA, which is another video for another time. So they already know that there are people that are able to handle what they're injecting in their bodies. This is why some people who get it triggers faster. Well, we know that there's a lot of things that happen afterwards, and that's a video for someone else to go into and look. I don't want to get into it because I don't want them to pull this down, but just know that some bodies are not able to handle what is being put in them, so the body rejects it and shuts down. But these people that are able to handle it, some of them are able to have children. Now, I am hearing that some people become impotent and they can't have children. So that tells me that it has to do with certain people. Now, do they know exactly the names of these people? I don't know. I don't know how far deep it goes. But we did just have a census count where they know exactly who you are, where you live. And if you've done a DNA test, they can pretty well match it up and figure out exactly who you are. I know a lot of people are requiring asking if you've had the vaccination, you know, like when you go to the doctor or the pharmacist, and they're taking down all this information and they put it in a computer. Now, I don't know how well y'all understand. If you go to the doctor and they put all your stuff in the computer, it doesn't matter what doctor you go to. They type in your Social Security number and your insurance number, and then they're able to go into your medical records. Now, your insurance companies have your number. So what's not to say that some of these people can go through the Department of Human Services or whatever, get your medical number, your Social Security number, and then go into your legit medical files and find out whether or not you've had. And if you've done a DNA test and your body type seems the type that can handle this, that could possibly produce one of these children, do you not think they already know who you are? If you've ever listened to Eric Snowden, it's possible. It's very possible. So people, I want you to understand just how scary, how creepy, and how evil some of these people actually are. A lot of times we do things and we willingly do it without thinking about what could happen down the road. Like a lot of people, when they signed up for Facebook, when I went to sign up, some people were talking me out. They said, you know, the CIA controls it. And I thought, well, I'm not doing anything. You know, I'm not a terrorist. I don't sell arms. I'm not a drug dealer. I just, you know, want to, you know, have fun when I get off work and have people to talk to. Well, now we understand what this is all about. And how long ago was that? That was many years ago. Many years ago. And all of us have signed into some type of social media just for the fun to reconnect with friends all over the world, or to meet new people, or to get recipes, or whatever it is that you're wanting to do. We've all done it, and we've all done it with an innocent, non-harming idea in the back of our head, and then it has backfired and been used against us. And that just goes to the old saying that, you know, the path to hell is paved with gold. I mean, you think you're doing the right thing, you're not hurting anybody, and next thing you know, it just blows up into this god-awful thing. You're like, how in the heck did this happen? And that's just kind of what this little video is about. I want people to pay more attention. I want you to open your eyes. I definitely want you to have an open mind and understand that there's things going on that sound like they are not humanly possible, but if you start to really think about it and you connect all the dots, it can be. So what does this mean for our future? Are we going to have witch hunters, people who literally run around the countryside carrying bow and arrows, hunting something? I don't know. Yes, that sounds hilarious, but in layman's term, just really being serious and thinking about it, it's not. It's scary. It's really scary. I don't know what they're trying to create, but I feel like they're trying to create something else. Now, we do know that evil wants what we have. They want our bodies. They want to live, but they don't have a soul, and that's something they'll never have. So even if they take your body, they don't have your soul. Your soul does not belong to them. They can't take your soul unless you just really offer it up to them. And why would anyone want to offer who they are? And when you realize what your soul is, it's your spiritual being. Okay, that's what your soul is. It's who you actually are. It's your spiritual being. It's, if you look at a ghost and just look at that ghost picture and say, okay, that's someone's soul. That's who you are. All right? You're not physical flesh and blood. You are an energy being. And that's what they want. They want your light, and they can't have it. And it hurts them. So they try to come up with different ways. So by taking over your shell and trying to be who you are, I guess as close as being a human as they're ever going to be. And what these dark forces, demons actually are, were they ever people? I don't know. That's a video for someone else who understands that a lot better than I do. I don't want to keep going into that too much and get into something's head and then not be able to get out. I've already been in someone's head that creeped me out, and I had to ask Jesus to pull me out, literally. And I actually felt me being pulled backwards. So I was pulled out. Jesus pulled me out. I don't know what he wanted me to see. He wanted me to see something, but I tell you what, I don't ever want to see or feel that again. So I don't want to go into too deep what a demon actually was. Was it a Nephilim? Was it an actual person? Is it just, I don't know. I don't want to know. But I do know that they exist. I do know that they're around. I do know they follow people. I do know they get into people. And if I'm correct with these newborn babies, I honestly believe that there is no human in there. I don't believe there's any soul in there. Because when you have a soul, when you look at someone's eyes, you see light. You see color, and that is the window to your soul. I mean, it's stated. I mean, that's how you can tell. When you look into someone's eyes, you can see who they really are and get a feel for who they are. When someone has no light and they're completely black-eyed, no color, no white, no nothing, and all you see is dark, how are you going to get a feel for this person? How do you know who this person is? That's why I'm saying that it's probably not even a person. It's probably a demon. And that scares me, and it should scare you. So there are videos out there. I encourage you to look at those videos. I encourage you to have an open mind. Am I telling you not to have a child if you got the jab? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not telling anybody what to do. What I am asking you to do is have an open mind, do your research, and be prepared for the unbelievable. I'm sure there's other people out there that are talking about this. I don't know who they are. I'm sure they're there, and you can probably find them and listen to their videos as well. You don't just listen to one person. Listen to other people. And this is what I do. I listen to several different people, and then I make up my own mind what I want to believe. And then, like I say, I ponder on it, I pray, I ask God, and the ideas and the things I need to know come to me. And everything that, when I put my mind to quiet, is coming to this is not good. Now, I do know when we have the Nosara Gosara that we will be filled with good light and energy. But like I said, you cannot extinguish evil altogether because there has to be a balance. And if these children are being born today and they are what I think they possibly could be, they're going to be alive when Nosara rolls out. They're not going to poof and turn into dust. All right, they're going to be alive. They're going to be walking around, and they're going to grow. And I think they're going to grow very fast. I think people are going to actually be surprised how fast these children grow. And I think more people, more families are going to be making videos and asking doctors, what's wrong with my child? Why is my child developing so fast? Why is my child walking? Why is my child doing mathematical problems at the age of, 12 months. I don't know. But I'm telling you, there's something to this. It's not right. It's scary. And I want everyone to put their armor of God on and pray and ask God to send you the answers for you, what your mind can handle. And to be very open-minded. Just be open-minded. Do good deeds. Be kind to others. If you don't have a lot of money, just giving a smile, tapping someone on the shoulder, saying thank you, is always another way. Because remember, anytime you do good things, it comes back to you. When you do bad things, it comes back to you. So people that are continuously complaining about how awful their life is probably don't do very good deeds, probably don't go out of their way to do things for people. And maybe that's the change that they need. And I'm hoping that more and more people wake up to the light of our Father and take His hand and understand what's going on and how we can defeat this, because we can't do it individually. We have to do it together. And the power of prayer is the most important thing to do. And it just keeps getting darker and darker out here. Street lights are on. See, it's just getting dark out here. And a weird cloud that kind of looks like a shoe from here. Isn't that weird? A shoe or a deformed something. I don't know. But let's just call it a wrap. And like I said, I'm so sorry. My hair is just a hot mess. And I just don't want to scare people with the way I look. So I just wanted to kind of to show you. But it is getting dark out here and probably time to go in. Can't see my kitty cat anymore. My duck went back down the road. There's the sky, the street light. No, there's a star. Huh, there's a star. All right, guys, so have a good one, and I'll make another video later. All right.